Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome, welcome. Glad that you're here. Let me introduce myself, or I'll say hello, Columbia County Library, hello, CSRA, hello, Georgia, and hello, world on YouTube, too. So let me introduce myself. My name is Alex Cooper. I teach the computer classes at the Columbia County Library in Evans, the Harlem Library, and also the Grovetown Library as well. Today's class is a gadget help with me, Alex. So this is just a little bit of a drop-in, and the idea is that if you have some questions about stuff, happy to do it. We did do this earlier today. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. The computer started acting kind of strange, and I had to do some scanning and stuff like that. So even I need some gadget help every once in a while. But we all got that sorted out. So kind of the plan is this is kind of a drop-in. If I don't get any questions or many questions, I'll start talking about some of the resources the library has to offer. And I'll be here for a while. And let's talk about some of the other classes we did this week. Now, as you come into the classroom, I'd like to definitely tell you welcome. And this is actually our last class for the month. Okay, we're going to have new classes schedule coming out for next month. Look forward to that. And it'll be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, just like this month as well. So definitely feel free to post questions into the chat. I'm here to answer any questions, especially if I can help with the tech stuff in any way. So the big question I usually ask is, how can I help? Tuesday, we did an Internet Safety and Security class. That class is still up and available. We covered a lot of topics, including keeping yourself safe online, cyber scams, bullying online, new ideas about passwords, password tips. And also we talked about what a VPN is, online cyberbullying, malware, adware, protecting yourself online, and phishing scams. And I even had, interesting because Tuesday, I even received a text message that was a phishing scam, basically saying they were from Amazon and that my account had been locked or something happened, and to click there to log in and update my information. But it was a scam. So I knew not to do that, okay? And then we did that class again on Wednesday. Had some other questions. One question I had was, does the class cover Wi-Fi security? Yes, we covered that. Using HTTPS and everything, keeping yourself safe from sniffer software and everything. And then we did the video creating basics. This is the second time we've done that class. So it was a lot of fun. I added some extra stuff in there. And if you're having some problems with it, I talked about turning off the hardware acceleration for when it's saving the file, because I was doing a few projects and getting some crackling noises and some little glitches. So maybe need to turn that off if you're receiving that. It will take coding a little bit longer, but there you go right there. And we also talked about creating a slideshow, editing our videos, titles, cards. We'll be doing that class again next month. And we talked about special effects and adding music, splitting some videos, and also what it's called, splitting and trimming the videos. There you go. So this morning we did a gadget help. We helped someone talk about their camera, trying to get videos off video and photos off of an older hard drive camera. And then, of course, this afternoon, any topics that you're interested in as well. Here's a list of the classes we did this month. Like I said, today is our last day. We'll start back on classes on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll have the new schedule up on the library page, and of course, it'll be sent out in the newsletter as well. So I'll look forward to seeing everybody on Tuesday, 2:30. We covered a lot this month. We did birding, and all these classes are still up and available. On our YouTube channel, we did birding, library resources and app, Google School, Google Suite, 101, Scratch and Python blocks to coding. So if you want to get more into coding, have someone that really likes doing Scratch, wants to get more into Python, we kind of give some handout on how to do that. Hands-on demonstration on how to do that. Video, internet shopping, digital couponing. Talk about how to get some good deals using our Flip app, using our Kroger app, our McDonald's app, stuff like that. And internet safety and security, talking about the VPN again. We also did birding again, and that's also backyard birding as well. So do realize that that's not only just doing learning about bird watching, but also learning about doing backyard birding, because usually what we do with the birding class is we have half our class is inside learning about identifying birds, and then we would go outside our library and then walk around the library and find birds. Big question I get asked, did y'all find any birds? Yes, we always find birds outside. And the interesting part about that is we've actually added where it's outdoor birds, backyard birds, talking about our bird feeder and everything. And my experience with my bird feeder, and share pictures and videos as well. So you may want to check out that video. Even had one where a thrasher or a snake came in my yard, and a thrasher kind of flew down at it, went gah, gah, at it, and scared it off out of the yard. So that video is in that class. And we also did Introduction to Raspberry Pi Computer and Project Ideas. That's still listed as well. That's a great beginner. Next month, we're going to be doing some more where I just basically am working on different Raspberry Pi projects, and hopefully you'll get to join me for that. I think we're going to have 3 of those sessions, and I'll be working on different projects. And also my project, I'll list all the components and everything that you'll need for those projects. Because if you watch the Introduction to Raspberry Pi Computer and Projects class, you'll see that I got some new components. All kinds of motors and servos and all kinds of fun stuff like that. LEDs, so we'll kind of play around with that. I also have seen where someone does a project, and now would be a neat time to do that, is basically start making your own Christmas tree decorations using your Raspberry Pi and some LEDs that can change different colors. So that may be one of the projects I'll work on a little bit. And you basically get something that's like a star on the tree or something, and then it's something that you can really program yourself, not just something you bought at the store and you're hoping it'll blink the way you want to, but something you can program and control. Okay, so that'd be kind of a neat project right there. And also the other one is we'll probably work on the music box a little bit, and that's one that we'll do when we start doing our classes on ground again. Is our music box, which will set up 4 buttons to play different musical notes, or we can give them to play just silly sounds or something like that. And it'll be coding with our breadboard. So definitely tune in next month for our Raspberry Pi projects with Alex. So I think that'll be the name of the class, because that'll be kind of make a little more sense. Little side note here, our libraries are open with limited services and hours. Curbside holds pickup is available. You can go to gchrl.org for more details. Of course, you can call in the library Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. As of yesterday, our library hours have changed. So definitely go to gchrl.org for more information on that, or go to our Facebook pages for Columbia County Library, for Harlem Library, and Grovetown Library, all 3 different pages on Facebook. Okay, I'd recommend you go to our Facebook pages, our library Facebook pages, and like those. You'll get up-to-date information about what's going on, and if you do have like Facebook on your phone, you'll get a notification. I also recommended that you like our videos here on YouTube, and my videos too. We're not doing any on-ground classes, so of course staying home, staying safe and stuff. So we're doing all our virtual classes still. No study rooms or anything like that available. So if you are on YouTube or whatever, please subscribe to our channel. Also like our videos. And if you're searching for our YouTube channel, which you're on our YouTube channel right now, you can search for GCHRL videos, and it'll pop right up. Okay, So let's go ahead, and if I don't have any questions, I'll start kind of talking about some of the free things that the library has to offer. So, any questions? It's funny because when I'm actually don't have the camera on and I move things around and I think, oh, well, I shouldn't make much noise. But I remember on the radio, they used to have this contest where they would pick something up and then they make it make a noise. And then the idea is that you'd call in and try to figure out what that noise was. But it was always something very strange or odd. So, and that noise was me putting a Raspberry Pi back in its case. Did you guess what that noise was? Huh? Ah. You didn't know that's what that was? Okay. All right, so let's talk about some of the free things that we have from the library. So we'll kind of move into our library resources and apps class a little bit. We won't cover everything in there, but I think we'll definitely talk about some of our free books and other free resources that we have that are available. Okay, but definitely feel free to kind of ask any tech questions. That's why I'm here to help. Okay, so we'll go ahead and I'll do our library resources and app stuff. And definitely feel free if you come in a little bit later and have a question to ask. Go right ahead. Hey Mac, how are you? No, the library doesn't have any laptops to check out. You'll have to call in because they do have iPads, but I'm not 100% sure how that service is working. You'll have to call in. So no laptops, iPads are available. I do know that each library has a certain number of iPads that can be checked out as well. But you'll have to call into the library to see if their availability. I'm not really sure about how that works right now. But yes, we'll have to call in and ask them. Okay. That was a good question. Believe it or not, this class, this library resources and apps class, actually got started because one of the things was we were getting the iPads being able to check out by patrons, and we wanted them to kind of know about everything that was available through the library. So that's how this kind of started. Of course, some of these things you don't have to have an iPad to do. So you could actually So you could actually access the books, ebooks, some of the other resources just through the website. So it became less of just an iPad class, but also, just kind of encompassing what the library has to offer. Okay. Hey, Dr. Emmy. Ah. That's a great question. So, one of the things that we can do, of course, is we can talk about what can I do when my iPhone says I can no longer take any photos? Well, the big question is, do you use a service like the iCloud, it's your iPhone, or do you use a service kind of like the Google Photos? So if you have any of those set up, one of the things you can do, especially with Google Photos, and it's free, you download the Google Photos app, and I can talk about that. Here, give me 1 second, and I'll pull up a little sheet that I have that I can show you. This happens to you a lot. It does. It is free. Give me 1 moment and I can pull that up, and I have a nice little thing that you can view on there. Let's see. I have to find it first, so just give me a second. Okay, so take a live picture of my kids, my dogs, and my food. Yes. Meals can be very important. It kind of reminds us where we have been. Okay, so one of the things we can do, it's free. You just need a Google account. And it does have 2 parts. One of them, of course, is that there is and I'll disappear here. One of them is an app part. So you can actually download this from the App Store. And it looks like a pinwheel. Zoom in a little bit more so it's a little bit bigger. There we go. It looks like a pinwheel. Okay. And to kind of go there directly, it's photos.google.com, and then you would log into your account to view your pictures. Now, if you do want to use the service, you can download the app from the App Store. Okay. And like I said, it's called Google Photos, and it looks like a pinwheel. I think they've just recently updated the logo there. But the way it's set is that it's free free unlimited storage with the high quality settings. Okay, very high quality. Backing up's completely free. The really great part about it is it'll automatically sync your pictures to the Google Cloud. Okay, from your mobile device, iPhone, Android. And you can also share pictures, whole albums, videos through the cloud, because it's very difficult to share videos with other folks because of, you know, the messaging or email limitations. So sending a link someplace is a lot easier. And then you can share it. The really good part about it is that you can actually set it up so it makes a special link for you that only that person will have, and also you can go back later and turn the sharing off. Now, the other thing that it can do is that it'll actually pop up and you can go to the settings, and I don't have it on this one here, but you can actually go to the settings and turn it so that you can actually tell it to delete any pictures from your device that have already been backed up. Okay, so it'll free up space from your camera so you can take more pictures. Now, the only big step about that is, let me see if I can find a little bit better of an explanation on there. Give me 1 second. So let me see. Or I may just show you on my phone. Might be a little bit easiest to show you on my phone than trying to find a website that's going to discuss it. So I'll come up here, and basically I have my phone, and I have Google Photos right there. Pulls up my Google Photos, and I basically go to the menu. So on the top right, I tap, looks like a little picture of me. Let's show that on the top right up there. And then it'll actually show, I'm sorry, some of it seems to be viewing it as transparent with my little screen here. I don't know if you can read that. Okay. I'd have to change the settings and stuff, but I can show that. It'll come up and say a certain amount of number of items to delete from this device. And then basically if I tap that, it'll pop up and say, oh, come on. Let me see if I can mess with my screen settings real quick. There we go. So if we look on there, it'll say delete 1,300 items from this device to free up space. And then basically if I click there, oh no, there you go. Basically if I tap there where it says delete, it'll pop up and start doing it. Now, a big one is we also need to have it so that later on you need to go into the photos, and it'll give you instructions on how to do this. The photos, and you need to go to albums. It'll give you instructions. And then you'll see at the very, very bottom it will actually say recently deleted. Okay, so the very bottom of your actual photos, not Google Photos, click albums, scroll down, say recently deleted, and that large number of photos I had listed or videos are actually there. Okay, and the way to get rid of them, I'll say tap the select button, and then you say at the bottom delete all, or that will take up to 30 days for it to delete stuff that you have removed. Okay, so it's a little bit of an extra step, I believe. I'm trying to see. But it's a great program to use. And the real cool part about it is you just can open up the app at any time, Google Photos, and you can actually scroll up and down and see all your photos all backed up to the clouds. So there's pictures from many, many years ago, video, and you can access, all that very easily. So the idea of being out and about and say, hey, I've got a picture of a place I went or some place that I, visited, and you go, okay, well, do you have a picture of that? It goes, I sure do have a picture of that. And there you go. You'll be all set. And if I do go to the Google Photos, should be able to show you a little bit more information on their website. So this is just kind of a little bit more information about the app and everything. It's kind of neat. So it's talking about backing up your memories across devices. And the cool part about it is since it does do GPS location, since it's your iPhone, you can actually type in GPS places or cities and things that'll try to come up like birthdays. It tries to come up with folks. There's even one place you can go and click on someone's face, and then basically you try to tell them who that person is. And it'll try to collect photos with that person. And you can actually print from the app as well. Go Gallery Go. I'm not sure. I haven't heard about that. Is it something new? Now there's another app that's really great to use as well. And that's actually a photo scan app. And I actually don't know what this one is. I'm talking about photo scan, and now we'll take a look at the new app, something called Gallery Go. I haven't used that before. This is another app that you can download, and its kind of focus is scanning older photos. So if you have a box of photos that you want to be able to scan, upload, share with friends or family members, but sometimes taking the scan, and they'll have a little video that's on here too, has a little bit of an issue trying to use a scanner, and it takes 4 pictures and it kind of merges them together. So Google Photos and Photo Scan, and again we're dealing with the thing where we're basically taking a picture of an old picture, it merges it together without any kind of blur or any kind of reflection, and then it absolutely uploads it to our Google Cloud as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this. It talks about it.
Once upon a time, before there were smartphones, people took real photos, printed on actual paper. Photos of siblings, of moms and dads, of birthday parties, of mullets, of grandma playing with dirt, photos of the people that haunt your house, and selfies before they were called selfies. These fragile pieces of paper are your memories. They're your family. They're your history. They're your regrets. So it's a good thing all those precious memories are safely backed up and perfectly organized in a nope! They're in a box in the attic, which is like the 87th best place they could be. Maybe it's time to get out the gigantic flatbed scanner, find the right cord, download the driver, and bam! Photos saved forever. And bam. Wouldn't it be great if there was like a technology that was kind of like a mini scanner, like a handheld? Oh, hello. With the photo scan app, just hold your phone over any printed photo and go boop, 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 done. And you've got a high-res digital copy of the original without any glare. And it's not just a photo of a photo, because that looks like this. And if you have Google Photos, all your photos will be organized by face or place. It took you 4.5 hours to get ready for this photo. The least you can do is spend a few seconds to scan it forever. Photos from the past meet scanner from the future. Photo Scan by Google Photos.
A lot of fun. The best app for Throwback Thursday. There you go. So it's a big recommendation on using this. Like I said, it takes 4 pictures and it tries to get rid of the glare. So if you just put your phone up, try to take a picture of this, that's what you may get with the glare. But if you take it with this and it merges the 4 pictures together, then it's less likely to have glare. Okay, organizing it in the Google Photos, and it looks it's a really great thing. I've used it for a while now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at a different app that's popped up. Let's see, lightning fast gallery app designed to work offline on Android Go phones. Interesting. So this must be like a gallery. Small size, big performance. Gallery Go is built to use less space, less data, can manage. Looks like this might be Android only though. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Apparently Android only.
Keeping track of all those photos you've been taking with your new phone can be a bit overwhelming. Meet Gallery Go, a gallery app built to run light and fast. It automatically organizes your photos. Plus, it helps you look your best with tools like Auto Enhance. Now, that's a shot worth sharing. Download Gallery Go in the Play Store today.
It's like a new app that Google's trying, but apparently it's only Android only. Of course, PhotoScan is Apple and Android, and of course our Photos app is Apple and Android as well. Let's see. Okay. Any other questions that we have? Okay, give me 1 minute. I will have to come right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Is any other tech questions anybody has? The Google Photos is a great service, especially being free, of course. That's a big help. And you can do some basic editing with it as well with the app. The neat part is it actually has a program called the Photo Assistant, and it'll kind of categorize some of your pictures together. It'll even take some of the photos and make like little animations with them, which is kind of fun. And it will also, you're not really doing any basic video editing, but remember it also is backing up your videos as well. So there you go right there. And the photo scan allows you to not only open up, pictures that you're taking right now, but also allows you to back up pictures and stuff then, okay, some from a long time ago. Also, some other software that's actually fun to use, another thing with photos, is the photoscollage.com website. I can show that a little bit. It's kind of fun to mess around with. Add some quick pictures here. Let's see. Oh, well, here's a photo of one that I had done before. Let me pull that up and I can show it. Or I know what I'll do. I'll do the birds. Kind of do a drag and drop and it'll kind of mix them up too. Let's see. Oh, I don't want that one. Let's see. so got our pictures here. Now the really neat part is that it actually has some templates here. So you could do like auto collage. It'll take your pictures and kind of mix them up. Okay. Of course you can move them around if you want to. And a long time ago we used the program, you probably heard of it, Picasa by Google, but that's not supported anymore. They've all gone, you know, trying to focus on it being online now. So let's go to our templates here, and you'll see some of the neat things that you can do with this website. So here's a lot of the pictures, and it'll kind of move them around automatically. It will kind of do it randomly, but it kind of gives you a good idea of all the things that you can do here. This is an interesting one here. Let's try it real quick. It's interesting that it gave it a little bit of a shape, didn't it? It's kind of neat. Now, what I've done in the past is, like, if you wanted to make a good gift for someone, especially something if they've achieved a lot of stuff in the past year, maybe they're getting older, they're taller and they're little bits, and maybe they're getting, you know, taller and older, and maybe do like a collage of their year, which is pretty fun. It's something that they'll keep too. And if I wanted it to, I think it will. Okay, it's just doing that one, but I think there's a button I can click and it'll actually re-randomize it. But depends on your pictures. That's neat, but I think it looks kind of blurred in. Here's the ones where it's trying to take your pictures and do words, which is kind of neat. So kind of imagine getting this and you go get it printed, you save it high resolution enough that you can go get it printed like an 8x10. It's not too big. Usually 8x10s are, you know, less than $5 to get printed. Okay, and then you can get a cheap frame, and it's something that someone will keep. And of course you could add text to it, you know, and put the date or something. Some of these are a little bit more specific about, you know, only using a certain amount of pictures, so that looks pretty neat. I've actually seen where, what is it, trying to get the, it kind of simulate the old Polaroid pictures. So that is still in style. It's kind of interesting. Kind of blocks this here. There used to be a way that I could, let's see. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Okay, so I just click here and then it does that. That's great. So there we go. A little bit better than what I was expecting. I click done. I guess they've updated the site. So let's see what else we have on here. Kind of like that. Kind of like that's interesting. There's our Polaroids. I've done one that's similar to this, but I had many more pictures than this. Okay, Mac, had a question about, is there a free company? Well, there is a good one that I have used previously, and I can point you in the direction of that one. The interesting thing about it is that's, you know, it's not technically free because they say you're paying for shipping and handling. but I've used two of them. One that's tiles, and I have used one that does the pictures. Now, the Google Photos app that we just talked about kind of leans you into using their. It kind of leads you into using their service, which can connect up with CVS and stuff. Of course, Walmart printing. So Google's not really doing the printing; it's connecting up with other companies. But as far as saying free, there's a few that I know of, and let's see if I can pull that up. I think I might actually, if it's not this handout, it's another one, and I can find out where it is real quick. Go back to that. There's lots of services. They have different costs. Of course, you can send ones to some of the different companies. Let's see. I'm pulling up the one that I have used in the past. Okay, so this is the one that I have actually used myself in the past. And mostly they focus on apps, and there's no subscription service or anything like that, so that makes it a lot more convenient to use than maybe one of the other ones. It's technically not free. You pay for shipping and handling, but some of it can be as cheap as like $6, I think. Of course, they try to add, extras on there as well. That say, hey, try this, do you want double prints or anything going on? But I think it was like $6 for 80 of them the last time I got some printed. And of course, then they want to say, oh, if you want doubles, we'll charge a little more. Do you want more than the 80 that they have or whatever? So, and it's bi-monthly is kind of their goal. But there's no subscription service or anything like that. And they actually do, I haven't gotten one of the photo books from them, but I have done the tiles. They are separate apps, which is kind of interesting. So I've gotten a few of the tiles from them, okay? And I think the tile was like $8, so came great. It was printed. It's an easy thing to put up on the wall, okay? And it has a plastic frame. They tried to upgrade me to a nicer frame, and I'm like, nope, cheap plastic one's fine. It's just something that you're going to see on the wall. It doesn't have to have a great frame because it has no frame. It's just a tile, okay? So I'd recommend them. There you go. So you just pay the shipping charges. And if you want more, then you can get more. But the deal is that they give a deal every month. So kind of imagine if you wait a month, then you'll get the deal again. So it's kind of like a monthly coupon. It's kind of the way they do it. I haven't gotten anything of the cards or anything like that, but I have used them to print. And I will tell you that the printed photos that came did feel like they were higher resolution than just going to the kiosk, let's say CVS or Walmart, and then printing them, okay? And basically it was very easy to use with the service there. OMAC, it's right here. So if you click apps, there's the tiles right there. They just call the Free Prints Photo Tiles app. Like I said, they're separate apps, and they're for Android and also Google as well, Android and iPhones as well. And I've used them, so I'd recommend them. Okay. like I said, I haven't gotten one of their books or anything like that. And it kind of pops in here, and they try to do some, you know, I'll say they try to supersize it. That's the nice way to say it. So they'll say, hey, do you want a better frame? Hey, do you want this extra thing? Hey, are you interested in getting 2 of these? You know, it won't be as much as the first one. You know, do you want us to print a few of these? So they try to upgrade you a few times. It's not annoying. It's about 3 or 4 times, and you can just say, kind of skip it. Good. Yeah, I've gotten stuff from them before, so I have tried them before. Of course, I've taken stuff to CVS, got it printed. Walmart got printed. Used the kiosk there. A whole bunch of stuff like that. They'll even show, one of them even came with a free leveler that fits in the back of right on the back of the anyway, it's a leveler. It has a cross section to it, and it fit right on the back of the tile to have it on the wall so it's nice and level. So it made it a little bit easier. I've also seen where they have pictures of them kind of going down the stairs, which that may, and remember, I'm talking about something you may not even, because it's so light, you may not need to put a hole in the wall anywhere, because it does come with the, I want to just say sticky or stickers. It comes with the way to stick it to the wall, and it won't damage the wall in any way. So this is kind of like an extra thing and kind of fun. You know, make it like this. And there's also ones that, which I could show, the app will show different examples of ways of making the tiles. But like I said, just a square if you wanted to do it so it kind of sections down, kind of going down a wall. Let me see if I can find something like that. Let's see. I'm seeing a few, and I'll show them if I see exactly what I'm looking for here. Of course, I typed in stairs, and so I'm seeing a bunch of pictures of stairs, which is kind of funny, and actual tiles on stairs. All right, so I guess this is kind of close. Let's see. See, this company, so this is another company here. It actually is talking about doing a whole bunch of them at one time and organize them to go down the stairs. And it looks like for their deal's $119, then you get 16 of the photos. Okay. Which is an idea, and it looks like you could already design it out exactly what you wanted and put the pictures here and see what they look like beforehand. Let me see. Yeah, just kind of what I see. But I was just thinking about one layer going down. But yeah. Gosh, this is one company that, that's interesting. It's not really what we were talking about, but I'll show it because it's kind of interesting. This is an interesting idea. I guess this is mostly this wouldn't be for non-carpeted stairs. But check that out. So this is a company that, and I guess this is already made self-adhesive, but you put it on the stairs and it makes kind of a 3D effect, which they have photo ones as an examples here. And then you can make it look like it's tile or something else. That's pretty interesting. And it's like a big sticker. Haven't seen that before. That's pretty neat, actually. There you go. Oh, that's going down the stairs now, so we're above looking down. I don't know, that could make an optical illusion on the stairs if it was on the top. But that could be neat. So these are tile stickers. Kind of give your walking to the basement a little bit more interesting view, or give it a little bit more flair. That's kind of neat. It's an interesting idea. I wonder if this is similar to the idea of the backsplashes on some of the, yeah. Okay, Max says, absolutely. So you'll have the originals too. A good idea for this, and if you do a kind of think about if you wanted to get pictures of someone that, so you have old photos, okay? These aren't pictures that you're going to basically hand someone, let them look at, maybe someone that's younger because they could be damaged in some way. You're not going to send the pictures to someone's house to hang out. But if you scanned those pictures and you did put them, let's say, in a photo book situation, which they have listed here, in a photo book situation, and we do have a virtual scrapbook class, and we're going to be doing that again next month as well. So definitely come join us for that. But if you did scan old photos and got them reprinted, put them in a book, gave them for friends or family members, then that is something that they could look at a lot. All ages wouldn't have to worry about, the original photo being damaged in any way. And more than one family can have the same photos, of course. But it's an idea. And like I said, making it so kind of all-encompassing, going together, everything we've talked about. With the Google Photos, also using the Google Photos, using the photo scanner, the photo scan app, and then all those things being on your phone, and then using a service similar to Google Photos, because they do the service too, or something like the free prints, and being able to do all that on your phone could actually be a benefit. Could be something you could easily do when you're like, okay, well, I think I'll add some pictures and order them. There you go, right there. Of course, doing cards, and it could save time doing it on your phone than doing it with, the kiosk machines, which can take up a lot of time when someone is sending out, photos or pictures and stuff as well. Okay. Customizing some of that stuff can take time. So I'm going to go back and kind of mess around with our collage thing here for a little bit. Let's have any other questions. Very good questions. The little bird pictures. Okay, so let's look at some of our other ones here. It's kind of interesting. Some of these I would probably look into, I guess, changing the background. And this kind of reminds me of, you used to get, like a big frame, and someone would basically, get original pictures, or they would do reprints and work really hard to resize the picture so it fit into those small little frames. But you don't have to do that. You can just get the pictures and then get it printed and resize them as much as you want, and then it fits. So this is kind of like that for me, thinking about it, them having their separate little frames and everything. That one's kind of neat. See what that looks like with our birds. Oh, do I need another picture? One to fit right there. Missing one image, so I actually need more than the picture I have. But again, well, that's not what I want. Let's see. It does allow customization, this site, but I won't go into that. That's a little too much just for our purposes for the day. It's kind of a neat one. I like the child is in the middle, so I could imagine taking like a portrait picture of, the child, and then having the child doing different activities, around the portrait. Still need more images, it says. So like do a big picture here in the middle, and the rest kind of surround. Let's see. Now these are getting really busy, so I'll choose this one because it looks kind of what I would do. So a little bit off kilter. Need more pictures. As you see, I can still move them kind of anywhere I want, and I can actually go in here, change the layering. See, bring to front. Delete object, change the border if I wanted to. So you can still make him look like the old Polaroids, which is still pretty fun. Okay, how do I turn it? There we go. So up here allows us to turn it a little bit, just a little bit. I don't want it to be a ton. And I kind of like that background. This one, it is a little washed out. And it's kind of always been that way. But it has 7 blue jays. This is a picture that was taken when 7 blue jays flew down to the bird feeder one day. Let's see what filters we can do. Can we remove noise maybe? See what that looks like if I turn it way up. Okay, that looks like it's adding noise. Let's see. It's really not helping either. Let's see. Oh, hold on here. reset. No, that's not what I want. Reset. There we go. Okay. Of course, it made it huge. See if we can work on our picture here. Are these buttons you turn on and off? Is that the deal? Okay, so I want it to sharpen. Oh, okay. That does not make the most sense. But anyway, it's probably best to try to fix this in a Photoshop like program like GIMP, which you'd have a class for that. We'll be doing that class again next month. And to make them just a little bit more clear, but apparently this has some limitations on it. Oh, well, there's our zoom at least. Flip, clone, change orientation. See, delete object. And this is important too, so if you are doing and you want something to be on top, then you actually have to deal with, oh, there is an undo button as well. But bring forward. You basically just keep tapping this, and then it eventually will be the layer that's on top. Depending on how you want that to be set up. Let's see. That's okay, I think. There's our bluebird. I might actually send that to the back. Yeah, here you go. Oh, this one I like a lot. Let me change the border on that one. Let's see. You can make it a heart. Let's see. Oh, so that's how you change it to a letter if you want to. Interesting. Okay, I might stick with that. That looks kind of like it brings it out. And so I want that to be on top. Okay. Trying to make it not seem so, I guess normal? It's a good point. Giving it a slight lean to it, I guess. I'm not sure about this one. Okay, maybe if I make that just a little bit that way, let's see. Okay. Sometimes you have to mess with it until it finally comes into view what you want it to be. If I actually make this bigger, kind of have it a little bit more in the middle. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to move this over here because this is kind of our Blue Jay section. It'll look a little bit better. I like that being really large though. I think I'll do this one here then. Have this a little bit further down. There we go. Don't want to be too small. It just doesn't seem like it fits in there, does it? See if we can try a different border. See what we think then. That takes me kind of out of it. All right, what if we make the border? Okay. How can I crimp it here? That's the original. Zoom in a little bit. That'll do a little better there. Move it? Yeah. All right, now send this back. All right, now, there you go. think it's kind of coming into focus. Now that one you may not actually want here because I've kind of made this the background, but we worked so hard on it to try to get it so it kind of fit in, so we may leave it anyway. There you go. Yeah, I like it. What you guys think? Okay, so let's talk about saving it, all right? So basically, I'll go up to our menu here, and it'll say Save Image as HD. We'll say bird collage. Bird collage. It does have advertisement on this site, so just don't click on that. I'm using the browser that doesn't have a blocker on it right now. There we go. And look, there it is on my computer. So very easy, and some of those places will make you put in an email address or something to send your photo as an email or something junky like that. But as you see, this makes it very easy. Click the thing, you can download it. And I actually kind of like that one. So that could actually be a good print. It could be a good just background, wallpaper background, which would be pretty neat. And there you go right there. Where's it saved to though? Oh, under downloads. Okay, so that's fine. So that's using the collage. Yeah, it does actually have a save feature. I haven't actually really used it before, but you can save it and apparently to your hard drive and then come back to this website and open it before. Okay. And they have all these keyboard shortcuts here as well. Okay. Talk about other software to use. In our editing class, we actually use the GIMP software to do a lot more advanced. We have a new class that we're going to be updating this coming month. So the exciting part about that is we're actually going to be adding layers. So we'll be discussing not only doing some basic blemish removal, fixing some of the basic things that you can't do. Well, I won't say basic, but some of the more advanced things that you can't do basically in more, I'm saying basic a few times, something a little bit more advanced that you can do in kind of the normal Photos app that comes with Windows software, maybe even on a cell phone. So this allows us to go more in depth in that, removing blemishes, using the cloning tool, the stamping tool, and now we're going to add an extra part of it, working with layers. So we'll be working with the project, doing layers and of course layer masks and stuff, which is a big one that people ask about. Basically trying to put a character, making a creating a composite, we'll probably move a person and then have them with a different background. Okay, so Look for that coming up this month. And this is GIMP. It's free. It's a Photoshop-like software. And it's constantly being updated as well. There's some other ones that they have as well. Won't go into that, but Inkscape uses vectors. Okay, so that's what that is for. The other ones we're using is mainly for, okay, flexibility. I like that. That's cool. So let me see if I can show. So it talks about them a little bit. There's GIMP Wiki. It should probably have some pictures on it so I can show that a little bit. Talks about what is GIMP. You see there's lots of tutorials out there as well. Shoot, that's not what I want. Not what I want. So this is kind of the stuff that we talk about in our class: resizing it, scaling it, changing it, opening a file that you already created, the dimensions of the file, scaling it, changing the quality, and exporting it as whatever you want. A big misnomer that we actually have that when someone says, oh, I want to do some editing on some picture, I want to come back and save it and edit some more, but I'm really concerned that every time I save it recompresses it. Well, that's not exactly what happens. What you want it to do is you basically use a program like Photoshop, like GIMP, and then you basically save it as a program file. What does that mean? Well, it basically, or project file, what it basically it means is that you save the project, and then instead of resaving as like a JPG file, you're reopening the project, which actually has the original quality of the photo, whatever project you're working on, available. So you're not resaving and recompressing, you're exporting your project into different files. Okay, so by the time you're done, you've only compressed it once into JPG. Okay, so a little bit of misnomer there. I've had a few people that are like, but I'm worried about this. It's like, it's going to be okay, because we're only going to export our picture once, and if we want to make changes, we go back and we open up the project file, not the original not the JPG we already worked on. Okay, because we exported that, go back, work on the project file, and then export again, and it's just like you saved it once. Okay, talking about cropping an image using the cropping tool. And the other one, it's neat. It's kind of creating a logo. So this tutorial kind of walks you through doing that. Adding text, choosing what that text should look like. There you go. Adding a layer mask. So that's what we'll be talking in our new class about. There you go. And adding a drop shadow. So with our different layers here, we can actually, layers, you have to kind of think about that as layers of an onion is the best way to explain it. So something that's below, if you have it where it's transparent, it can look right through the onion to the lower levels. And it allows you to do a lot of fun things, okay? So instead of you manipulating one little area because it's something shining through, we manipulate something here, and because it's transparent here, we can see it above it. So moving it, changing the layer. There you go. And now, because it's transparent, you can make the background anything that you want. It's about creating a circle-shaped image using layers. All right, we're getting close to the end of our session here. So any final questions? And that's what we're going to be talking about in our class. And it allows you to do lots of interesting things using about layer masks. And again, this is something that you can't just do with the normal organization software, Photoshop, the Photos app, and you can't just basically do this just on the using the basic phone apps. Okay, there are some more advanced ones that allow you to do that, but of course, if you're working really hard on a project, then you really do need to sit down at a computer with either a mouse, keyboard, or with one of the stylists that you can do that with. So we'll talk about layer masks. Okay, this looks like one where they're trying to cut out where this gentleman is, and they're going to put teal in the background. So they make a layer. Choose what they want the layer to be. There you go. Selective colorization example. So basically you cut the person out is what you're doing. But you're actually making it so whatever is black like this you can actually see. Okay? It's a little bit of an opposite way of thinking about stuff. All right, so look forward to that. That's the kind of stuff that we have coming up in the coming month. Okay, so look for that. This is actually our last session and last class for this month, the month of August. So I will see everybody again in September. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll talk about some of the other classes, what we did this month. So this week we did on Tuesday our Internet Safety and Security class. We talked about these videos are still available and up as well. We talked about buying online, keeping yourself safe, keeping yourself when using your Wi-Fi, out and about, hotel, most McDonald's, most coffee shops, even the library and stuff, how to keep yourself safe. Do you need a VPN? Probably not. So a lot of safety tips on there. We did that class again live and answered some other questions that folks had about some of the parts about adware protecting yourself and phishing scams as well. And we did our course, a live demonstration with our video creating basics, making a editing a video slideshow. We did a golf kind of like a golf session, made that into kind of a fun video. And we also edited our videos for our birding class and edited in some photos as well and made the motion, and we added some graphics, some 3D stuff in there, and we also split some videos and trimmed them as well. So we'll be doing that class again as part as our photography sessions, and the reason this class came about making it separate was because it is something that was added to the Google Photos, and in the photography class we didn't have time to really get in depth on how to use it. It kind of went like, well, this is it. This is how you use it. You know, boom, boom. And this class, as you can see, that we learned a lot in that. So that video is still up, which we did our 2 sessions today. Thank you for joining me today. It was great questions this morning, great questions this afternoon as well. So here's kind of a list of the classes we did all this month. We'll begin back on our classes on Tuesday. The library will post what classes we have. So I will see everybody again on Tuesday at 2:30, and we'll start our classes again Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Because right now we're not having any sessions at the library. All our study rooms and stuff are closed. But do realize that our libraries are open with limited services and hours, and curbside holds pickup is available. Make sure to thank the librarians for doing that. It's a fantastic service. Order your books at gchrl.org, and they'll come out and bring them out to your car. You can call the library with questions Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. A special note, yesterday our library hours changed. So to be up to date on that, go to gchrl.org for more details, or you can go to our library's Facebook pages as well. Don't forget to like our Facebook pages so you'll be up to date with information, and like our videos, including this video, please. So if we're doing anything fun that you like, give a like, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll get updates when I become live, or any of the other librarians become live with Storytime or Makerspace or anything. If you are on our YouTube channel right now, but if you're searching for our YouTube channel, you can go to GCHRL videos, search it on YouTube, and it'll pull it right up. Okay, so we have come to the end of another session, and thank you everybody for coming. Yay. Thank you for coming. I will see you guys again on Tuesday in a new month. New month. That will actually be the 1st, September 1st. I'll see everybody then. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And stay safe. Don't forget to go out and get some exercise. I know the sun is shining here in Evans right now, so now's a good time to go out and about, get a little bit of exercise. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.